Here is how you can damage a pistol with hot Kydex. We're of course going to be using a polymer frame pistol. It's steel, it isn't going to matter, but if it's the polymers, it does matter. When you have the heat, and we have an empty, always verify that you're empty. And so now you have your pistol, and we've talked about these foams. You don't have to go down around to make the shape. So here's the foam in the press, and you start to press down. And you press and you press. It has to wrap around the gun. There's a lot of pressure in there. And as that pressure from both sides, if you put the Kydex there, will absorb into the handle, and the handle, then that foam pushes the grip closed because it heats the plastic, it pushes the grip closed. I did it one time. That's how I learned. Don't do that. It's really hard to fix. You just about bought a lower for a guy and had to replace the lower for a customer. But I told him about it, and he said, hey, if you can fix it, fix it. So I figured out a way to fix it. It was really hard. Most people are just going to have to buy a new lower. Okay, so I want to show you about the layout. I want to talk about the layout of your Kydex. If you have your pistol like this, and you have a piece of Kydex squared up like this, and you put it over there, that pistol, this is hot Kydex. You would have one on the bottom, and you can see how that hot Kydex is over this handle right here. Okay. That's where all that heat from those two pieces of Kydex migrate into the plastic of the handle. The foam does the rest. It just foam starts squeezing down, and all of a sudden you're in really big trouble. Just don't do it. But I'm going to show you what you can do. You're going to take a piece of Kydex, and you'll have your rough cut, and it would rough cut piece of Kydex would look something like this, you see. But now we've even got some of this plastic over here by the handle, and that's just not okay. I'll be right back. So what we're going to do is I did a layout. Just barely see the lines on there. We're going to cut that piece out. And the way I did that is I put this pistol up here and on my cardboard, and I just took and I came right in here and made a mark right where the grip meets the trigger guard. And then I looked up at the top up here and saw where it comes out past the back of the frame towards the end of the slide, and I made a mark there. So then I just drew a line across here and up like that. Now we're going to cut the Kydex so that it looks like that. Okay, now when I put this piece of Kydex, hot Kydex, remember, and I put that on my gun, you can see there's no Kydex up on the grip. You don't put Kydex on the grip. So don't form your Kydex over the grip. So, and then you can form nicely there, and you have plenty of Kydex left to be able to shape it to your preference. That will save you tons of heartache. Now, do it on the back. So I got two pieces cut that way. So that's what it would look like. Try to get this up here good for you. but you can see it's not going over that grip. Now that's for a full coverage holster. You might have somebody that wants it just to come across, the holster to come across here. There's no trouble with that. You just cut your Kydex off like that. That's as high as you want to go. If it gets up here though, to where that Kydex, you can see I made this cut below the grip. If that Kydex starts getting over here on your grip, you cut it off of there. I hope that explains exactly how it takes place. Save yourself a lot of grief, and don't tape or don't put your hot Kydex over the grip of a polymer frame.